So as a doctor, don't ever say, yes, doctors are less, there should be more. We can have more medical colleges. When I chose, these are my reasons.
Okay, sir. Be factual about my reasons.
Yeah. And I also know 90% of the time, you come at times believing that you will solve the problems of this country. And thirdly, I mean, please don't mind, each of you think there's a lot of power involved. If anybody says, no, that's not correct, they are all fooling me. And mind you, my experience is so large. And before coming to UPSC, I was a bureaucrat myself. So I know in and out that red light, comfort zone, good house, good power, district collector, today is 1,000 crore CEO. Family reputation, permanency of job. Shall I count more things for which you come? And as a doctor, you hardly go for, I mean, what else you come? Tell me. I mean, put your hand here on your heart and say, ask this question yourself now. For what do you come? These are the things.
Yes, sir.
You know, they can become DG. DG is secretary equivalent in many states. I know some states where head of the health is DG himself. But then why? It's not a wrong question the board asks you. They know why are you coming. But they want to listen from you. The truth. And you don't want to speak truth. And that's a problem. Give me any other reason. I'll be happy.
No, sir, this will be the primary reason for many of us.
See, it's 100% reason for all of you. When you start doing medicine, then you start coming in contact. You start thinking, now it's time to become a bureaucrat. And then in certain case of families, in maybe Eastern Uttar Pradesh and maybe Bihar, where it's so common that families say, bhai, IAS ban jao. That power you are looking for. And these 5 people have already gone through that power. In today's situation, that's what you said. You know, you asked me a question previously, can I be forthright in criticizing government? It's not possible today. Bureaucrats of 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s could stand up. Today it's not possible. You don't know this. I have a friend of mine whose daughter is appearing, and there's a fight between both of them. Father is a bureaucrat. He says, what will you do? I have not done. Because I have no freedom. But then I don't want to dissuade all of you. But please be truthful. They know for what are you coming. All of them have been Secretary Government of India. Or have been a very senior professor or a vice chancellor. You know, say, a PhD student say he doesn't want to become lecturer, you think he is a fool? So we have that life without all that we want to listen from you in your reasons.
Okay, sir.
When I was chairman, many people said, because all of you go to the academy, and people in academy came to know that day one, they have completed data, day one started collecting money. They promptly came to me, sir, kya ho raha hai? That's a problem. That's why you all are on wrong foot. That's number one. Number two, many people aspire to become doctor, does not become doctor. It's again the question of limited seats, limited availability. Is that right? In the amount of expenditure, disproportionate expenditure, government does on these people. I'm not saying it's your mistake. So anybody, whether it's engineer or architect, straightforward. Be very clear what you want to come. Similarly, 3 years you are preparing, you say, you try to tell them you are doing something else. Why do you do this? Be honest and say, sir, I've been preparing, that's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Last question before I close.
Sir,
Yep.
I have one question. Sir, I'm Rachel De Silva. So actually, I've been watching a few of the mock interviews, and I noticed that many of the people mention that they are doing some kind of honors or in other higher degrees after graduation. So I wanted to ask, does that in any way influence the board? Like they might have more knowledge than the people who have just graduates, or like does that give an upper hand to those people?
What do you think? What do you think yourself?
I was thinking mostly it does not because it becomes
It
our
will
own
not.
perspective.
It
But
will
still,
not. Number one, it will not. Number two, it will ask you 2 questions in the area in which you are pursuing a higher study. And they will ask you more difficult questions in that area. But if it is a fact, please say so. Why do you want to hide it? It is given there. Between the time you filled up this form and the interview, what is the gap? 3 months, 4 months? What's the time gap? Yeah,
it's 2 to 3 months. Yeah.
3 months, huh? You have filled up
Yes.
form now? That was in
No,
January?
sir.
January, na?
No, no, sir. No, sir. I'm attempting in 23. I've not
You are attending what?
filled it. I will be attempting in 23. I have not filled the form.
Yeah. So all I'm saying that form which gives you all the information is filled only 3 months before. Now you are coming to the board and saying, I am doing PG. They'll ask you, why didn't you write in it? Your PG start in June. So you tend to lie. Look at what you do. So in your anxiety to influence board, you make so many mistakes. And all these people on mocks and everywhere confuses you. There's no need to get confused. I've known some young students who will just do what I'm saying, prepare 20 odd issues, discuss yourselves in your mind, because you already read, nothing required to be read. Have you stopped reading newspaper after your main exam? You are reading your newspaper, na? You were reading your newspapers
Yes.
when you were preparing mains. You read your newspaper when you prepared prelim. So what's new? Nothing is new. Chalo, all the best. I hope I made some sense to all of you.
Thank you, sir. That's
Sir,
a very
good morning, sir.
insightful discussion.
Has it
Sir,
made
last
your life
question.
better? Yeah, hello, Vinod. You
Hello,
want to
good
say
morning, sir.
something?
This is Vinod Reddy from Karnataka, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am having one question based on interview, sir. सर कि अगर हमारा हम सेलेक्ट हो गए इंटरव्यू को और इंटरव्यू हमारा अब देखो जनवरी में स्टार्ट हो गया, सपोज जनवरी में स्टार्ट हो गया, हमारा इंटरव्यू फेब के लास्ट महीने में, मतलब सभी बच्चों का इंटरव्यू हो गया, हमारा लास्ट डे को है, और हम जब हम नर्वस फील होते कि सो में बहुत बच्चे उनका अच्छा हो गया, उनको हम पूछ के हाँ इंटरव्यू सब अच्छा चला बोले, तब हमारे को एक नर्वस फीलिंग आती कि अरे मैं सेलेक्ट होऊंगा कि नहीं, कि मेंस में मीडियम मार्क्स है, नियर अबाउट 1000 मार्क्स, ये है सर, नियर अबाउट 1000 रैंकिंग है हमारा, 3000 वाले इंटरव्यू में बैठते हैं, तो हमारे को एक नर्वस फील होता। हम जब एंटर होते इंटरव्यू पैनल में, उन्होंने क्वेश्चंस पूछते, 10 to 15 क्वेश्चंस अच्छे गए, फिर भी इंटरव्यू पैनल को 2-3 मेंबर्स को देख के हमें ऐसा लगता है कि वो हमसे खुश नहीं है, और उसके बाद में हम ऐसे ही इंटरव्यू चलते गया, कंटिन्यू 3 to 4 क्वेश्चंस हम बोल नहीं पाए सर,
आपको
कंटिन्यू
एक्सपीरियंस है कुछ?
नहीं बोल पाए।
Have you some experience
तो
already?
तो 5th or
No,
6th
Vinod,
क्वेश्चन
please.
जब,
I understand what
yeah,
you're
sir.
going to say. Have you appeared ever in the board?
Sir, I'm graduation sir, BTech first year sir.
We BTech first year है ना? So
हाँ
why do
जी
you visualize this? If you heard
नहीं
me
सर,
right, I
मतलब
said, if you remember
हाँ
what I said, don't be fearful. You go to interview only when you done prelim in the mains. By
yes
the time you are confident, your knowledge base has increased. I've
yes
already said these are senior people. Don't lie. Don't pretend. No mocks will help. The candidate even came last can be selected. He has equal chance of what came the last as the first. Each one has equal chance. Marks of the interview are added to the marks of written exam. Written marks are not known to anybody, not to the board. So they are not biased. They don't know whether the first was the best, the last was the best. You cannot judge what is going to the mind of experts because they have so much experience. They will not let know. Somebody would smile doesn't mean he's very happy. Somebody is angry doesn't mean he's completely annoyed. Because they can't change their gestures like you can't. So don't concoct cobwebs in your mind. You are still very young boy.
सर अगर कंटिन्यू 4-5
ऐसा
क्वेश्चन
नहीं
हमें
होता
नहीं
है
आया, हाउ
ऐसा
टू
नहीं
टैकल
होता है
द फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन सर?
कि
कंटिन्यू 4-5 क्वेश्चंस हमें हम आंसर नहीं करे और
अरे भाई आपने किया है कभी ऐसे? जब तक आप करेंगे नहीं अभी से मत अपने दिमाग में डोंट क्रिएट cobwebs in your mind. It is a
ओके
very simple thing. ये हमेशा होता है कि when you don't answer. इसमें एक फायदा ये है कि if you don't know the answer, say no.
यस
It's an advantage here. They'll ask you some other. There's no limit to the questions they can ask you. They can ask you about Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, but they may not ask you at all about Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So you don't know the questions. Do you know?
So
Abhi-
one more question I have.
Yeah, please.
Sir,
Somebody else.
if you are,
I thought, Vinod, I have explained to you. You are still very young. What I said, if you follow what I said, there will be no problem. Don't worry. Yeah.
sir, if you are sure about like 80 to 90% about any question, so you should ask, you should answer that or not.
You should. Why not? If you can take 3 more questions continuously after that, you should. And when the 4th question comes, you could say, sir, beyond that, I don't know. Be just honest.
Okay, sir.
I think I'll stop Swaroop here. It's a long time. Okay? It may be some other days when you are prepared. If you need me, let me know. Okay, shall I?
Surip sir, your mic is mute.
Swaroop ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
I sign off now.
Yes, sir. That was a very detailed and insightful thing. All the students who are appearing this year, it would be very helpful for them because they have this like, how does a real UPSC board members talk or ask questions or these things are there. Hopefully this session will definitely be very useful for all the candidates who are appearing for the first time, sir.
Yeah, I wish you best and wish very best to Vinod, who is a very young boy.
थैंक यू सर.
You don't know, tomorrow you start playing cricket and you become one of you. You remember? One of from Tamil Nadu, this young boy coming from village. What is his name?
No sir. Sir, I don't know.
You look like him anyway. Do you resemble him?
No sir.
Yeah. Life is full of opportunities, so don't bother. I'm not an IAS, you know.
Sir,
Just
I
you know
don't.
that I'm not an IAS. I'm in academics.
Sir, actually, I don't know what you sir.
About me, you don't know? You
No,
put
sir.
my
I
name.
just.
If you put my name on the Google,
Yes, sir.
and you get many pages on it.
Sure, sir. I will go through it.
Yeah, please go and find out. And
Sir, thank you, sir.
many of my
आपसे
lectures.
बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा, sir.
नहीं जी?
आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा, sir. Thank you, sir.
नहीं, अच्छा लगेगा आपको, आप enjoy करोगे. You are a good smiling boy, but work hard.
Yes, sir. Sure.
My comfortable situation is not to say it's a very, very hard grind. You have to work hard. You have to score one better than the other.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Please start working hard. I wish you very best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Love you,
Thanks.
Vinod. Take care.
Thank
Bye,
you, sir.
Swaroop ji. Then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best to all friends.
Yes.